All right. They dropped a big sale earlier this week. I think it was anticipated because they took all of the other sales off. It was literally just highlighting this one for a few days last week. So I don't think anything from my wish list is on sale. There are a few here. Still waiting for this to come out because I do want the disc version, but I don't know why I put it here anyway. But just to monitor, just to monitor. But yeah, a lot of these I want the disc version. So okay, no, I mean GTA's here, Warhammer. I have thought about this one. We'll see, we'll see. I'll go through them properly. But GTA mainly, I think I've played the story. It's just I never did all the heists, and I wanted to do the heists with friends, but never got around to it. But we'll see. The Kimbot, still thinking about. This game is gonna be on extra soon, so it doesn't really matter. I know it wasn't well received, but I do want to try it. The order I may end up getting on disc because I do want to try this as well, but I've never seen it go below this sale price. So it's an old game. It's a very old game. Yeah, 2015, pretty much 11 years old now. So we'll see. But yeah, there's a couple on sale here that I may consider. But yeah, let's go through it properly. Because realistically, it's just gonna be the general like COD, WWE, Forza. Battlefront's an interesting one. I think people are getting back into this. I've seen a few clips for this one on Instagram. I did play quite a bit of this, mainly on PC, and then I shifted over to PlayStation. I think it was one of the first games I played when I got my PS4, and that was in like 2020. Mainly the heroes versus villains. That's what I was doing. I was just running around with Bosk. That's pretty much all I did with that game. I don't know how many hours I've got in it. Will it tell me how many hours I played here? I'd have to go through my library, but I think it's not a crazy amount because again I played a lot on PC. I'd probably say maybe 15-20 hours tops. Kingdom Come Deliverance is something that I don't know, because bear in mind this was probably one of the best games of what, last year. Like ratings high, everything. Like this game was solid. Like everyone, well, not everyone, but most people had something good to say about this game. Genuinely, like it's and for the price as well, given how good this game and how lengthy it is, I think you can get a good few, maybe a couple hundred hours out of it. I'd say. For that price, I think it would be a good purchase for people, especially if you haven't played the first game. I heard the first game is a bit buggy though, or like it doesn't run as well. I can't quite recall. I've never played either of those, so but I don't think you have to have played the first one to play the second one, essentially. So there's that. Crew Motorfest, I do have Motorfest, but I haven't purchased any of these passes, mainly because they are just cars, and it's like, I don't know, when it comes to racing games like Forza and the Crew, I don't really see a benefit in purchasing, like paying money for cars. Like I'd rather just grind it. I understand obviously there will be some cars that you can't get unless you buy it with real money, like they'll lock these behind paywalls and you can't actually get them in game. But I feel like with games like the Crew and Forza, it's like, what would be the purpose if you've got every car? Like what would be the purpose of playing if you've got all the cars you need, you know? For me there's got to be a bit of a grind. Yeah, sure, it'll take a while and sometimes it gets long. Like I think there was one car I wanted in Forza Horizon 5 when it came to PS5. It was the Sesto Elemento, but that car is so expensive. And if anything, that was the one I'd be grinding for. But because 6 is coming out this year, I don't even know if I'll bother. Because I know with the Crew 2 you could transfer your cars to Motorfest. I don't know if with Horizon 5 you can do that. I imagine so, because again it's pretty much a car collecting game. I think there would be some people that would want to keep all the cars they've collected over the past however many Forzas they've done. But because I would imagine it probably started from 4, you could do that maybe, or maybe even 3, I don't know, maybe from even the first game or second game. But that would mean obviously if you're on console, making sure you've got the exact same account transferred over and all that jazz. Uncharted, I have played Uncharted, can't go wrong with this. I did want to play the multiplayer though, but the PS5 version does not have that. It's just got the story. So if you look at the story, yeah, I mean, this is still a bit pricey given that it's what, 4 years old now, a little over 4 years old. But it gives you both games. So like, I don't know if Lost Legacy. I don't know. Lost Legacy isn't that long, like at least compared to A Thief's End. It's more. I'd give it the expansion title. I don't think it's DLC. I don't think it's short enough to be DLC, but it's a good 5 to 7 hours, I'd say. So yeah, but I think weirdly enough, I don't know why I did this. I think when I first got my PS5, I purchased the disc version, but I didn't realize I already had access to this. I can't remember if this was this on the game catalog or was it? I can't remember if it made its way to PlayStation Plus. I might be wrong, but yeah. Yeah, really touched on Motorfest. Mortal Kombat, I don't really have any sort of experience with. It's fighting games in general. I've played a bit of Tekken. I played Tekken 8, mainly the story. I played a bit of multiplayer, but I know my limits. I think fighting games are very you need a lot of patience to get into. I'd say like you need to make sure you've got like a couple of characters down, learn their moves, and then you're good to go, because after the story is pretty much multiplayer really. I played a bit of Mortal Kombat X, I think, with my cousin because I was free, and lo and behold, yes, he cooked my ass, but I just wanted to try it out. But yeah, Flight Simulator, that is a very expensive game. £103, what are you getting for that? Simulator games I've never really touched on. However, tell a lie, I did play Bus Simulator. I think simulator games, they're I think it just depends on your interest. Like me, I'm not really a fan of. I think I prefer cars compared to like planes and buses and all that jazz. But having played Bus Simulator, I think simulator games in a way they're just trying to make it as realistic as possible. So if you're someone that kind of wants to get the full package, like get the wheel, get the VR headset, all of that jazz, like to make it as immersive as possible, I think that's how you'd get the most out of a game like this. But obviously I don't really have any of that. I literally just run on controller, so it'll be a very different experience if you have those, and I get why people play those, so the ratings aren't the best though, but I'm not, again, I've never tried this, so I can't knock it. I don't know much about this game, but yeah, I'd imagine from a realism standpoint, these are the types of games where they try to make it as realistic as possible. Because most games generally, most of the shit you play in games is just not possible. So like the Crew, for even Forza, like Horizon, like you cannot send it and start drifting at like 200 miles an hour, man. It's just not ideal. Maybe that's probably a better comparison for like Need for Speed, because Need for Speed is very unrealistic. Just sending it and like Hot Pursuit is the one. I wonder if the Hot Pursuit is on sale, but then again, that was on PlayStation Plus. I don't even think many people would have it by now, and even if they missed it, I'd imagine if it was on sale, it'd probably be, I'd take the guess, maybe around £11-12, but we'll see. I'll see if I can find it on it. Again, Madden, sports games, I'm not really a sports fan, unfortunately. You don't have to be, because don't get me wrong, I've got a couple of my friends play this, but I'm just not I am not a FIFA, I'm not a Madden or NBA. I played a bit of NBA 2K, which was fun for a bit, but again, I think for me, these games are the sorts of ones I'd play at a friend's house for a bit. I wouldn't go out my way to purchase and kind of grind out in a way. The Last of Us, I've got multiple copies of this game in my library. I have never purchased any of these. It's a very good game though, but I already know what happens, so who knows, I may play at some point. given that it's, you know, it's just sat in my library just doing nothing. But because I've already watched it, you know, I watched it on the Rad Red years ago when the game came out. Like, I've already seen how it ends, sort of thing. So I'm not in any rush to try it. Maybe in the future though. Undisputed, I think, was slightly controversial. I think generally it wasn't. Yeah, that's poor. That's poor. But I think on I think when it was on PlayStation, I think it was on PlayStation Plus. I think people were saying that it wasn't that bad. Like, people still played it. So I think the only issue is when it comes to PlayStation Online or buying online on a subscription basis is like, yeah, you get these games so long as you keep your subscription. So if I cancel it right now, I'll lose access to all of these. So it's like none of these games have never really been free. So you're still paying for it. You're still, you know, the hunt. Like, what I started playing PlayStation 2020 in 2020. So near coming up to 6 years, I think, nearly, because I think I bought my PS4 in June-ish. It's May now, so but yeah, 6 years, and that's pretty much what, 3 games a month for 12 months. Let's say 36 games a year over the course of 6 years. That's literally just over 200 games. So I've got 200 games sat in my library that can be considered free, but at the same time, it's only because I've let my subscription run on for this long. You know, I think there was a time where I was just like, oh, I'm never going to get PS5, so I didn't even add the PS5 games to my library. You still could have, you know, if you were on PS4 and you didn't have a PS5 yet, you could have still kept the PS5 games on there, because I think when the PS5 first came out, there was one, like, it was still doing 2 PS4 games and then 1 PS5 game, but I was like, oh, I'm not going to get it, so I'll just wait. So I missed out on a few games because of that, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's my stance on it. It's like, this game, I've still basically purchased it because it's, well, I'm still in the process of purchasing it for life, essentially, if I want to keep it. So, you know, that's I feel like that's the flaw with the PlayStation Plus. It's like you're still paid for it one way or another. Battlefield 6, I think if I was going to get it, I probably would just get the standard if that's on sale. But of course, because I own it, I don't actually know how much it will be. I'm thinking it would be on sale, hopefully. They're saying lowest price in the last 30 days, so I'd imagine the standard version would probably be on sale for 40-ish pounds, maybe a bit less. Obviously the disc version is a bit cheaper as well, so it's just a question of how much Amazon is selling for it, or Argus or whatever. But yeah, Battlefield, I think, started playing with my friends a lot when it first came out for a few months, and then it kind of just dipped. Like, we played a bit recently, like a few weeks ago, when they released that little underground map or whatever, but aside from that, I haven't really played much. I was meaning to do a video on the story, because I actually thought the story was quite interesting, but I could see why people would say it's like a safe campaign. But yeah, if I do a video on it, I'll explain more. But yeah, Dragon Ball, like, I'm an anime fan, but I've never watched Dragon Ball, so I would have no clue what's going on here. I don't know who any of these guys are. Well, no, that's not true. I mean, that's Vegeta, I'm pretty sure. Don't know who this guy is. I feel like I should know. Is this the guy, the meme guy where he's closing the door and he's just looking at you? That's all I know. Wait, is this the? I can't recall which one that is. Is that on the basis of? Oh, this is a completely different game. I'm thinking of when did this come out? Oh, this one, yeah, this is a few. There was one that came out not too long ago. I forgot what it was called. It was really anticipated. Ah, yeah, Sparking Zero or Sparkling Zero. I think Sparking Zero. That's what it was. I don't know if that is on sale. I wonder what happened to that game, because I think a lot of people enjoyed it to begin with, and then people just stopped playing it. I don't know. Assassin's Creed Shadows, I don't think I've seen. Is this the cheapest? Really? Oh wait, that's the deluxe version. Standard version is still high price. To be fair, given the amount of shit this game got, this rating isn't actually too bad. I feel like anything over a 4 is decent. So it seems like it's still managed to do okay despite the shit it was getting. But yeah, Assassin's Creed, I played a few of them. They're a bit random though. Like, I think if I tell you the ones I've played, you'd be like, what the fuck? It's a bit of a random choice. I think because I didn't own a proper PC or console at the time, I bought Rogue. I think that was the first one I played because that was the only one that would run on my laptop that didn't have a dedicated graphics card. I was just running on integrated, so it was running pretty much smooth on the lowest settings possible, and I enjoyed that. I'd say it's quite similar to Black Flag because it was made shortly after, so that was the first one I played, and then I played Odyssey, which again is just a random mad jump, but I think I just liked how much there was to do. But it got to a point, I think I was like 90 hours in, I was like, bro, there's so much to, like, I beat the game and I was like, there's too many islands to go to, like nearly 100, because that map is big, nearly 100 hours in that game, and there were at least 4 or 5 islands I still didn't explore fully. So yeah, well, it got a bit overwhelming, I'd say. Overcooked. Now, I think I've never played Overcooked. I'm pretty sure I have a free version of this, I'd imagine. I think it's one of these. No? Or was it the first Overcooked? But yeah, I think it's just like a family game, you know, invite some friends over and mess about with. But I think you can play online. I've got enough controllers for at least 3 people now, except, well, the one I'm using is drifting like hell, but yeah. Mafia, you know what? Mafia was on my wish list for a while because I recently got into, well, that's a lie. I played the first Mafia maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I enjoyed that. That was probably one of my favorite ones. Like, it wasn't that long of a game, but I liked the story a lot. But I think the problem with Mafia was, is like, the open world was quite linear. You'd kind of just be forced to just do the missions and that's it. You didn't really get the chance to roam about. Mafia 3, I think you could roam as much as you wanted. But that game was buggy as hell. I think it got to a point where my game would my game file would corrupt, and then I have to delete a cloud save to save my current. No, actually no. Yeah, the game wouldn't load. So I'd load up the game, I'd just be stuck at the menu. So I'd have to delete my cloud save and then reload the game again. Like every I don't know. Let's say if I played 5 sessions, that would happen 2 or 3 times. It was actually quite persistent and kind of annoying. So after I beat the game, I'm like, yeah, it's a bit of a pain because I did want to do the platinum, but the platinum is a lengthy. It will take a lengthy amount of time to actually do, because I think it requires a minimum of 2 playthroughs where you have to do like a good guy run and a bad guy run, where you're just like either killing all the gang members, or sparing them and letting them work for you or something. So yeah, that's why I left off with that. But yeah, that was a good game. I like Mafia 3. Dying Light. I was playing this with my bros, but we kind of just stopped playing it. It's a very good game though, because I think one of my friends wanted to try the 3rd one, Dying Light the Beast, which technically isn't the 3rd game. Apparently it was meant to be a DLC or expansion of 2. So technically the next Dying Light game will be Dying Light 3. So yeah. But yeah, the Dying Light one's very fun. Very, very fun game. Not something I play by myself though, because those volatiles. Oh boy. Jesus. Fallout 4. Fallout 4, again, another game that is just sat in my library waiting to play. I am curious. I think I do want to try it because I've never really understood the premise of Fallout. Like, I know there's a TV show I can watch as well, but in terms of like what's happening, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know what game to compare it to. Like, what could you compare this to? Is it like this is giving Metro vibes? Then again, I've never played Metro. I've seen some footage on Metro though. But yeah, Fallout 4, very good game, very well received. 76, that game. I think people got pissed off with that one. So, but people still play it. I think, you know, it's because I think Fallout 4 you cannot play that with friends. I think this is strictly a single player game. But 76, yeah, you can play with people. Dragon Ball Z again. Mortal Kombat 11. Gears of War. The bunny hopping from cover to cover game. It's for the story, yeah, I'll play it probably. And it seems like it's not too bad here. And £20, half price. Maybe. Again, it's not on my wish list, so but it's sort of caught my eye. I did want to, bro, this game, if you have not played this game, please play it. I'll probably make a video on this as well. This game is one of the best single player games I've ever played. Like, they told the stories of these three characters so well. Such a good game. Genuinely such a good game. Like, I didn't even know what I was getting into playing it because I didn't understand. I knew it was kind of I knew it had like the same sort of formula as like The Walking Dead in a way, where it's not really open world. You're kind of just making your own decisions in a contained space and letting the story kind of tell itself. Like, the decisions you make will, like, there are so many outcomes for all these three characters in every single mission. It's insane. Like, they even said like at the start, like, oh, make sure or try, like, if you make a decision, don't delete your save, or like don't restart if you think it's the wrong thing. Just let the story play out. But you know, I think, yeah, this game is crazy, man. Such a good game. Such a good game. Genuinely. And this guy, the guy on the right, my goodness. Forgotten bro's name. What's his name? And Connor was MVP in this game. That sounds like a spoiler, but he was MVP. Like, you will, please just play this game. This game is so good. So good. Jesus. For a second I'm thinking, did they really make this game £5? Because this was not an essential. I think it was an extra, but it's not. I don't think it was considered that good of a game. I'd say. I think it was like 3 stars. A 3-star, yeah, okay. No, I mean, not terrible, but I don't know. I don't know much about this. But I see, because this is giving off like Sekiro. Is it Wolong? And there's like Wu. There's quite a few games that have similar names, and I've forgotten them. But it seems like they kind of operate the same way. SnowRunner. Yeah, SnowRunner. You know what's funny, guy? Yeah, you guys can see I do own this game. I wanted to try something new, and this game was not for me. I am not good at this game in the slightest. Like, it is not a simple driving game, which I knew, but the traversal in this game, you kind of there's a lot to it. So, and it just got to a point where I'm like, I am so arsed. I'll probably give it a try another time, but yeah, this game I got absolutely cooked on, genuinely. There's a lot of like, I did like the premise of it, because it's like trying to give some form of realism to driving in dodgy terrain, but yeah, I got cooked. Is that to say the least. But I'd imagine, yeah, it's generally a well-received game, not too bad, you know. So yeah, there's that. But so far, the sales are kind of, you know, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think for me, the games I'm really waiting on this year are Lego Batman, Wolverine, Phantom Blade Zero. Bearing in mind, I've never really played a game like Phantom Blade before, but I don't know. I think the trailer captured my attention, and I think for someone new going into a game like that, I think it's beginner friendly for people, so that would help. Forza Horizon 6, of course. Yeah, those are the main ones. But yeah, again, college football, Madden. I don't know how these games work, because college football I take it this is the younger generation of college football players, like not the actual players you see in Madden, for example. Like, I don't know if these are these like the same teams from Madden and college football. I don't know. Like, my friends play this. I'd have to ask them. They play a lot of this because they're heavy football fans. Me, nah. But yeah, it's each their own. Like, I'm not slating these games for whatever reason. It's just not something I play. You know, just like for them, there's games they don't play. Red Dead 2. Now, I would always recommend anyone who has not played this game to play this game. And Red Dead 1, given that they've tuned it for PS5 now. Play both. Red Dead 2, I think better story. Red Dead 1, still a great story. Bearing in mind, I only played the story for Red Dead 1 recently, then you can't go wrong with a Rockstar game, even though they take eons to release. But yeah, Red Dead 2, solid. The only reason I stopped playing it, because this is my second most played game. I think I got like 400 hours in that game, simply because of lockdown. Had it not been for lockdown, it'd probably be a lot less, but the main reason I stopped playing is because the multiplayer just wasn't really, I don't know, I feel like they failed the multiplayer there. The amount of updates they were given to GTA, I kind of just thought they'd sprinkle a bit of that on Red Dead 2. You know, there were a lot of missions in Red Dead 1 where they would be considered like heist worthy. You know, there were missions that you could easily, well, I don't know, it depends on, you know, how they do it, how the developers would do it behind the scenes, but generally there was so many good story missions. I just wish they'd given that to us in multiplayer. You know, the heist, like robbing banks and all that jazz. Like, they had so much potential, but it got to a point where they didn't really do all that. I think they had like a little story segment for each business you ran, like a small, like 4 or 5 missions that you do, and that was it. You can't even replay them. I think to replay them, someone else would have to open up the same business and host it themselves, or you just make a new character. So yeah. So now Red Dead 2 is literally just, like, online is literally just people just going around killing each other. For me, I don't know. I don't really see it. To me, that's not productive. You know, to each their own. Like, there are a lot of people use Rockstar games as like PvP playgrounds, which is fine, but it's just not something I would like to spend my time doing. I feel like given what Red Dead 2 was capable of in the story, there was so much they could have applied in multiplayer, you know, that I would have enjoyed with my friends. So I just stopped playing because it got to a point where we're just getting jumped by people. Sniper Elite, I don't know how Resistance went, you know. This is the cheapest I've seen it though. Oh no, this is the deluxe edition. Tell a lie. Okay, yeah, no, okay. So it seems like the premise of this sale is like just deluxe edition sales. But that is quite cheap for the deluxe edition. It just depends what you're getting on it. Sniper Elite is, I played a bit of 5. But for me, I think it's one of those ones where it's just more fun with friends. But I haven't got around to doing that. Let's see. Look, would I consider that being a solid deal? £40 for both games. I feel like you could. The thing is, they don't sell the disc version. They don't sell a disc version of the first game, so I would get a disc version of Red Dead 2 and then purchase Red Dead 1 on its own. £40. Then again, I don't know. Depends. But like, had I not played any of these and I had a bit of cash to spare, I'd say why not? Because £40, that's, I think, yeah, definitely £40 would be enough. I think it would be a solid purchase for both games, because to complete both these stories, how long did it take me to even beat the story for? I think it took me, how long did it take me? Because I made a video on this, I have to double check. I want to say 20. Oh, my bugging. I need to check. I need to check, but I don't want to skip past this list. I think it took, let's say the first game took me 25 hours. I'd say second game probably 40, 50. You could probably get a good 100 hours out of both these games, just story alone. So, because remember this first game comes with an Undead Nightmare as well. So yeah, but yeah, I'd say 100 hours, 110 hours, solid. Oh yeah, Warhammer. Yes, I think this one I've been considering it because it's like, well, I haven't played Space Marine. I do like this sort of gameplay, but again, I think the problem with these games is like, you would probably have a better time playing with actual players rather than bots. I don't know how good the bots are. I'd rather play this on my own, because I think playing this type of game with experienced randoms, I'm not about to run into trolls because I just want to play the game. But I know generally you would get through missions easier with actual people. It's just a question of whether they'll be nice about it. That's the trade-off, unfortunately. So if you've got a group that will generally agree on playing this, I think it would be a shout. Like, I don't think I've heard bad things about that. Thing is, I haven't seen much on this game. I don't think it's talked about as much, but it's just got a solid rating. Someone who's spent over 100 hours in Space Marine 2, I thought, yeah, why not? It's Warhammer. I can't go wrong with Warhammer. The Sims. When was the last? Did I even? I think I've ever. Yeah, no, tell a lie. I have played The Sims, but this was like 20 years ago. I think was it a Sims 2 on the PS2? Like my sister had that game. I was playing that on her on the PS2 for a bit. Well, I'd watch her play it. To be fair, I think she let me play a bit, but yeah, The Sims. I mean, generally. Then again, when did The Sims 4 come out? Because it's been years. I don't know if they'll do a Sims 5 or whether it needs a Sims 5. Oh, it's free. Really? What? Since when was The Sims free? I did not know this game was free, man. That's nuts. That's actually nuts. That's crazy. But yeah, that's wild. I guess, yeah, they've just been updating the game with all these little mini, DLCs, expansions. I don't know, they're probably DLCs, because I think with these little add-ons, they're just, I guess they give you like new outfits, a new area, and like a new activity to do and stuff to purchase. So yeah. But yeah, that surprised me. I did not know this game was free. talking about lightsaber and shit. Is that meant to be? Oh yeah, cow. I was thinking, is that cow? Is that could be him? That could be him. I don't know. That's funny. That is funny. Creed, was this game any good? I mean, it seems like it was probably better received compared to what they got going on at Undisputed. And I'm not. I wouldn't call myself a heavy boxing fan, but I do pay attention to what's going on in the boxing world here and there. But yeah, I've never really gone out of my way to watch an actual, like, go and see one. I think that would be something I would like to do though. Just go and see a live boxing fight. I don't know who to see, or I don't know where I'd go for that, but we'll see. But yeah. Now Vanguard. The thing is, I think everyone knows when it comes to Call of Duty, their sales are not really anything impressive. You have a better chance of getting something cheaper in CEX compared to the PlayStation Store. They never reduce their prices for their games. If you search up all COD games, their prices have stayed the same. Like they haven't deviated away from their initial release price. Like Vanguard came out 5 years ago, and its base price is still £70. Come on. Like Resident Evil 4 that came out in 2023, I think that was like a £70 game. Its base price now is £35. Like, come on, bro. And the thing is, Vanguard, I actually did enjoy a bit of the multiplayer. I didn't buy it, but I played the beta. I did quite like that. So, would I get it though? No, not for this price. No way in hell. I think I'm done with COD for a bit. Like the last COD I played was 6. I played a bit of the beta for 7, just not my cup of tea, unfortunately. But I did quite enjoy 6. 6 was good. Dead Island 2 I've already played, and it's annoying. I hate how. Thing is, I don't know. I get it because okay, you already purchased it, so you don't really need to see how much it is. But okay, so now for this one I can see. But technically, this is probably because this game is playable for me on extra, not essential. So it's one of those games that could leave the store at some point. But for £11, I would say that is a shout. However, do they bundle the whole game? Because there is like an ultimate edition where they bundle all the DLC. Because I think it's Solar, House, and what's it? Just these two? Probably it's just these two. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Because to get pretty much with no bundle, the base game and the DLC, unless this includes both of them. Yeah, okay, yeah, this includes both of them. Yeah, essentially, yeah. So the game would be around £18 with the DLC included. I think that's solid. If you want to play that. I quite enjoyed the game. I went through it with a friend because I am not good at Dead Island, man. I had to have a friend carry me on that because that shit was nuts. But yeah, it was a good game. I liked it. Toxic Commando. This game came out recently and seems like it's well received. I think the only issue, did I really have any problems with it? I don't know. I enjoyed the game, but I think I'm trying to remember what I made. I don't think I had any underlying problems with the game. Yeah, I mean you could tell it's basically like a linear open world Left 4 Dead, but with cars. Playing it solo is very much playable solo. I think that was the main concern for me. Doing it on my own, but you can do it. But I did have to get help on the last mission because I was getting cooked on the last one, man. I don't think I could do that by myself. But luckily I found a good team that were nice enough to speed run it for me. In the sense that, you know how like in Left 4 Dead 2 there'd be players that would instead of playing the mission, they'd kind of just run, like they just kind of marathon it to the net, to like, because that's all you have to do. I think with the funny thing about Left 4 Dead 2 is you don't actually have to kill any zombies. You can just run to the next safe zone. But the problem is, if one person does that and leaves the rest of the team behind, things can get pretty nuts. So it's like, that was like the experienced players that knew where to go. I think when I first started playing Left 4 Dead, I played it by myself, made sure I did all the missions by myself, because again, that was probably the easiest zombie game or co-op zombie game you could play by yourself. Like, the bots were actually competent, I'd say. In this game, it's more of the same I had. So there was one player just kind of speed running the objectives and then kind of leaving us behind, but it wasn't detrimental to the point where we all got fucked up. So it was actually really decent. But yeah, this game's cool. I think, again, if you've got, even if you just got one friend that you want to play it with, yeah, I'd say it's solid. I think adding the vehicles made it better, because without it, it would have just been another World War Z, another Left 4 Dead, another Back 4 Blood. So I think that was what they were banking on, and I think it was basically World War Z collabing with SnowRunner or MudRunner, you know. So that, yeah, it was a solid game. Is this just a skin? Because I own the game, I'll take it. I don't know why I didn't get it before. Well, then again, I haven't really paid much attention to Dying Light at all. That's probably why. But yeah, Dying Light, always cheap. That's a still. If you've not played it, buy it. £4. Light work. I think we're reaching the games that aren't. Well, actually, look, this game surprised me. I don't think I didn't have to buy this one, because this was on, I think this is on the extra tier. But Risk of Rain is a very good game. I did quite like this. I played it with a friend. It's basically, you're just like running a gauntlet, just seeing how far you can go. It's a very simple game, but can be quite challenging. But it's like, I like the loot system, just picking up whatever and just seeing what works and trading stuff off and go from there. But yeah, no, Risk of Rain, not a risky purchase. It is a solid purchase. Assassin's Creed Mirage, I would not buy this game. I think it's still on extra. For more recent Assassin's Creed game, it's okay. Like, I did a video on this as well. Like, I enjoyed it. And they have added a DLC for it, which was quite random, because it's very rare to see a game receive a DLC when they've already got another game out. Like, if that makes sense, because, like, what is it? Shadows came out after Mirage, and while Shadows was out, they just dropped a DLC for this game. It's kind of random, but I don't know. I'll probably play it at some point, just to see what it was saying. Because I think it's like a little, I don't think it's expansion worthy length, but say it's you know, it's extra content, so why not? I might as well pay it whilst it's still there, because I will lose access to this at some point. Because I don't know how the extra tier works. So they just kind of, because it seems like, I don't know if there's like a set, like every game receives like a set timer. Some games seem like they're there for longer, or like, no, some games feel like they're there for a shorter period compared to others. Like, let's say they put, I don't know, let's say they put Remnant 2 on extra for like, I don't know, 6 months, and then they come around and say, oh, we're putting, I don't know, For Honor on here, but only for like 2 months. That's how I felt like it works. I thought every game received the same timer, but it seems like they just pull whatever out when they pull whatever off the store when they want. I thought there was like a set system. I might be wrong, but I've never really understood how extra works. You know, but I've got it because I thought it'd be I thought it'd be good for me to try, because I think when I first bought it, there were games I was like, okay, let me just, you know, test out games that I don't have to purchase. But then again, if it's a game that I wasn't sure I was going to keep, you know, I could have just bought it on disc, a hard copy, and then just sold it. I think that's the benefit with disc games now. They've always got some resale value. So yeah. Star Wars Outlaws, I know this game wasn't well received either, and it has been on my wish list for some time, because when the trailers were dropping, I did like how it looked, essentially. And obviously the pet system. I don't know, I'm a Far Cry fan, I love my Far Cry games, so any game that includes some form of like companion, I'm all in. But I know it wasn't really, I think it's a Ubisoft game, so it's probably not going to run the best. It's going to be full of bugs and stuff, but still, it kind of caught my eye. So I think, yeah, I'm not going to buy it, because I think they're putting on extra next week anyway, so I'll try it then and see. Spider-Man, can't go wrong with Spider-Man. Again, one of the first PS4 games I purchased. Platinumed it. All the DLC is solid. It's not letting me know what the price is, because I imagine this is for Spider-Man Remastered. Yeah, so yeah, it's not. I've still got the OG Spider-Man game on PS4, not the remastered one. I think the remastered, well, actually no, surprisingly, I don't know why this is it. Why is this linked with the remastered one? Because Spider-Man Remastered gives you all the DLC anyway. Like, what are we talking about? Anyway, Remnant 2. I played a bit of Remnant 1, or Remnant from the Ashes, sorry. Again, I think this, yeah, don't get me wrong, I feel like it's a good price. I would want to try it, but it's not something I play by myself. It's not something I play by myself, man. Not something I play by myself. It looks like a good game though. It really does. That guy reminds me of one of the villains in Resident Evil 8. It's like a large dude with a hat. I can't remember his name. But yeah, looks like a solid game. But yeah, I haven't touched Remnant 2. I think this was on extra as well, and I don't know why I didn't try it. I think they've removed it since then, so yeah. Outer Worlds. This, you know what, I actually do want to play this, but it's, I don't know, when I first saw the Outer Worlds, I was thinking, oh, Borderlands. I don't think, it looks like a Borderlands game, but operates slightly differently. I'm not sure on the actual premise of it, essentially, but still a bit too expensive for me to take that plunge, so I'll see how much the disc version is saying and then go from there. Is this single player, straight single player? Yeah. Lords of the Fallen, I have been playing that, get my ass handed to me. Odyssey I was just talking about, I don't know how much it is, unfortunately. I would imagine, oh, is it because I bought all the versions? Why is Origin showing there as well? Okay, I can't see how much any of this is. Yeah, I think I bought the deluxe version when it came out, so it's not gonna let me know how much it was, or maybe this version isn't even available. For Honor, you know what surprised me? I think there are some Ubisoft games that will just keep going. Like For Honor, people still play it like competitively, and you've got to have some mad experience to get into this game, man. Like I don't know if it's straight multiplayer or if there's like a story mode behind it, but yeah, I don't think it deserves. I mean, based on what I've seen, I don't think it deserves that rating. I would imagine it'd be at least a 4.3, 4.4, but maybe it has its issues. But for £3, for £3.74, yeah. But again, not something that again, I don't know. Maybe I'm selling myself short by choosing not to play these games by myself, but because right now I'm not really looking. Well, I mean, I am looking for a game to play, but Lego Batman is coming out soon, so that's next on the agenda for me. But I don't know if I'll get it straight away. Far Cry 6 again. It's probably not going to tell me how much it is, unfortunately. But as someone who has platinumed this game and loves Far Cry, I am a bit disappointed in this one. Still a good game. The companion system, love the companion system. But I just think they didn't do. Yeah, I don't think they did Castillo's character justice. I don't think they did my boy Gus justice, unfortunately. What's his name again? Yeah, Giancarlo's character. I think the problem I had was his presence. For me, like Far Cry, right? The villains have to have some consistent. I don't know. I feel like they have to have some consistent presence in the game. I don't want to just be talking to them on a radio. Like, you give me cutscenes with them, you know, having a conversation with the protagonist. I think that was the problem for me. Far Cry 5 did that well. That's why it's probably still my favorite Far Cry of all of them. And yes, I prefer that over 3. 3 was good. I did like Vast of the Villain, but I think the villains in 5 were done better, because it wasn't just Joseph Seed. All of his siblings had their moment with the character, and that's what I liked. I think 6 was just a bit of, I don't know, it kind of felt a bit like 4, where you just see Castillo at the start and then just see him at the end. So they maybe see him once in between. I just feel like there needed to be more with that. But yeah, gameplay wise, solid. Like, good open world. I do want to play it again because I played this on the PS4 when I first got it. Now that I got PS5, I think I am entitled to the free upgrade if they still do that. But yeah, I probably won't do the save transfer. I just start a fresh save because I don't want to duplicate my platinum or whatever. But yeah, it's a solid game. I just think they all needed more screen time. Like, I think, what was it, his nephew? Castillo's nephew, like we saw him once in one cutscene and then just killed him. Like, I don't know, just annoying to me. But yeah, Jedi Survivor, that is a good price for this game. However, maybe I sound a bit stingy. The rating's still good. Although I can't recall, maybe the first game was better received. That is a lot. That is a big game. What the fuck? How long is this game? 152 gig. What the hell? The only problem I heard with this game is, even though that's a good purchase price, because this is deluxe edition, so £22 for deluxe edition, solid. But I heard that there's like a glitch where if you reach one point in the game, like there's one point in the story that if it glitches out at the wrong time, it just screws up your whole playthrough. Like, you can't progress. And I think you just gotta pray it doesn't happen to you. That's all I remember. I think it's like something to do with the door where you can't get through no matter what you do. Even if you try to like reload your save and stuff. So I think people were saying they had to start a whole new game again, like a whole new save, which is mad. Absolutely mad. And I don't know. Maybe they fixed it now, but that's what I heard last time. I do have the first game in my library, so I may give that a shot. Dying Light the Beast, this is the one I was talking about with my friends. I think one of them did want to try this, but I'm like, okay, well, we might as well finish the first one first. Dying Light 2, I think it was good, but people generally weren't as pleased or impressed compared to the first game. I think people were kind of just brushing that one under the under the carpet. But yeah, Dine at the Beast, from what I've seen, like some of the boss fights, it's looking good. I wouldn't want to play this with the guys if they do want to. I've been yapping for an hour, but yeah, this is pretty much the sale I expected. Just deluxe edition versions going on sale. I think the only other two games that were probably on my radar was Atomic Heart and Atomfall. However, I'm a bit unsure. I know Atomic Heart has like a super ultimate edition they're doing, where you can purchase the disc version and get pretty much every DLC or expansion in the game. I forgot what it's called. Yes, this one pretty much. I think you can get the disc version for like 30 something pounds. Here it's like 90 something. So maybe I'll consider it because it does look interesting. I don't really know what the premise is or like what they're trying to adopt, but it's given Wolfenstein vibes, you know, mixed with Doom or Dishonored. I don't know. Not Dishonored stealth, but like the way the game looks. Just one of those weird looking games. Atomfall was kind of similar because I think I'm kind of on my single player grind right now. I think Atomfall seemed to be from what I read, like someone was like, if you're looking for an FPS, it's not that sort of game. It's more about exploring, which is what I was interested in. You know, just something a bit low key, just taking your time, exploring and finding stuff out and navigating the world. Because it's not one of those ones where it gives you a map and tells you where to go. You kind of just got to figure out your own way. But yeah, I was considering that as well. It's just I wanted the disc version, and I think the cheapest I've seen it is $25.99, which I may still consider getting, but I was kind of hoping to go below 20. That's when I get it. But yeah, we'll see. Just Cause, the thing is, I love Just Cause 3, but Just Cause 4, my god, I can't. I want to just finish it, you know, just play it and finish it, because I don't think I watched the playthrough on this. I think I just watched what happened at the end and just left it at that. But yeah, it doesn't seem like you can even buy this game anymore. And how do you buy this game? Can you buy? I don't think you can buy this game. No. Yeah, I don't know. I may just play it just to finish it, but we'll see. But yeah, I think that's test drive. Oh god. Oh, that game pissed me off, man. That game pissed me off so bad. Such a shame. Like, it was on extra. I played it a bit. It's just not it, man. It's just not it. Borderlands 3. Now, if you're a Borderlands fan and you enjoyed the hell out of 2, and you're still thinking about getting 4, I think 4 is good, but I think I enjoyed 3 more gameplay wise. I know 3 doesn't have a strong story. 4 still doesn't have a strong story compared to what the majority of people are saying. I've never been too fussed about story with Borderlands. Like, Borderlands for me is just the gameplay. Borderlands 3 for me had the better gameplay, which is why I put so many hours into it. Borderlands 4, I tried to see if I could do all the side quests after, but there was this one mission that I think was either glitched or I was just bugging. Either glitched or just not working as intended. I was given a mission where I had to just, like, I don't know, I had to shoot some orbs, right? And I'd have to just shoot these specific ones and not shoot the other ones. But because these enemies kept coming at me, all the explosions and splash damage would just ruin the whole thing. So I'd have to restart the process. It was like, I think, re-upload the virus. I just had to keep re-uploading because the enemies keep fucking it up. So I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do? The mission, I could not complete the mission. So I just rage uninstall the game. Because with that, I don't know if that's something they have to fix, or I've just got to do it with someone and just hope for the best. Because with the amount of enemies that spawn, I can't take them out quick enough and do that task of shooting the orbs. Because as soon as I start shooting the orbs, someone else will shoot me and the stuff will start exploding and I've got to restart it. And on top of that, they put a drone that constantly respawns these um, these additional orbs that you're meant to shoot, so they're just like kind of replacing it. So you have to destroy the drone, but the problem is the drone is literally hovering right above where you're re-uploading the virus. So as soon as you destroy it, that splash damage will just destroy the whole process again. It's such a silly mission, but it is what it is. And it's funny because even without finishing the game in its entirety, I actually spent more hours in 4 than I did 3. I think 3 only took me like 80 hours to platinum, but 4, having done all the missions, explored most of the areas apart from the last main area with the main boss. I forgot his name. Yeah, there's just a bunch of side quests I have to do there, but one of them's bugged out, so I'm like, I'm not don't have time for this, bro. Doom, yes. However, I have the disc version and I'm waiting on the DLC. I don't know if they'll drop the DLC or the expansion as a disc, kind of like how they did RoboCop. I think RoboCop surprised me because I thought they would do the DLC or expansion within the same game, but they just made it a separate game. I think it was called Unfinished Business or whatever. I played the base game and I was like, okay, I was waiting for the Unfinished Business, but they made it a complete separate game. Okay, cool, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, I've yapped and yapped and yapped. I think I've talked about most of what's here. Killing Floor I do own. Biggest mistake of my life, bro. Biggest mistake, and I bought it digital. My god, the game is so ass. So ass. So ass, bro. Oh man. Like, genuinely makes me want to go back to 2. I don't know what they did here, man. It just doesn't... Like, I guess you could say maybe they're trying something different. And I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt. I gave it a shot. But it just wasn't it for me. I enjoyed 2 so much. I spent over 200 hours on that game on PC for Killing Floor 2 because it was just so good. The way up, and that was so good. But it's this one. Let's not talk about that. I'm just annoyed because I can't fucking refund it. But yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping now. I think I've pretty much covered most of it. It seems like it's just another sale, really. I don't know. Probably there's been some stuff people wanted to purchase, but generally for me, nothing that I would consider getting yet. There's nothing really here. Like, obviously there is stuff I can buy, but it's not anything I'm looking to, be like jump on. But yeah, we move. It's just another sale, really. Because again, like, my wish list only has this, which I may consider. This, I thought it was going to be a slightly different game, but whatever. Rotato, you know what, I might consider. Because this is just like a small game I could just mess around in until Batman comes out. But we'll see. We will see. Actually, whilst I'm here, what is happening with this game? Does anyone know? Because they dropped this trailer, what? A year, 2 years ago, and we just haven't heard anything. This was ages ago. Like that. I was liking the way this game was looking. Obviously, the only concern was the amount of zombies. So it seems like you're running a gauntlet, like a linear open world again. But there aren't many zombies. It's not like Days Gone where you're just fighting hordes. It seems like just 1 or 2 zombie engagements, then move on to the next. But it did look like something I'd want to play with friends. But we just haven't heard anything. I don't know what's happened. That game's just dropped off the radar. It's mad. But yeah, we move.